Yes, hello. This is Bruce Allen from the United States. It is my understanding that Andres Trump is partaking in a radio interview today to discuss mixed martial arts in Aruba and his experience in the United States last weekend. I had the pleasure of traveling around the state of Iowa with Andres over the past weekend. We were both assigned officials at two major events in the state of Iowa. One of them being Victory Fight Pass, or excuse me, Victory Fighting Championships, VFC 51, that was broadcast live on UFC Fight Pass nationwide. Andres acted in the capacity of a fight inspector. He was responsible for ensuring all fighters met the standards and guidelines with the approved equipment. We're not breaking any rules, trying to take any shortcuts. He worked directly with the Iowa Athletic Commission in his inspector role. It was a very critical position for such a show that was being broadcast live nationwide. That was Friday night. Saturday night, we traveled to Sloan, Iowa, to the Winnevegas Casino for King of the Cage, which is broadcast to over 800,000 homes on MAV TV. Andres worked in multiple capacities at King of the Cage. He was an in-ring official. He was assigned by the Iowa Athletic Commission for the first bout of the evening. Andres did an exceptional job. He was also the chief fighter inspector on the outside of the cage duties. Again, he did an exceptional job as well. From my experience now working with Andres through courses that we have taught in Aruba, multiple trips to the United States, Andres has the best interest of the sport of mixed martial arts at hand. For the positive progression of the sport within the country of Aruba. That's what sets him apart from everybody else. Andres is doing everything necessary to take the appropriate steps to evolve and educate people that are involved with this sport of mixed martial arts in Aruba. Everybody else that's involved with the sport in Aruba needs to take the same steps or practice the same methodologies that Andres is practicing. He is very conscious of the rules. He's very conscious of the fairness of the sport, the ethics. He does not do it for the money. He does it for the correct progression of the sport. That's a very honorable trait, and there's very few who exemplify that. Andres is a model person to be involved with the sport, and everybody else should pattern themselves after the path that he's laying down. For the sport of mixed martial arts to advance in the country of Aruba, it is critical and vital that the government entity, I believe it is the Aruba Boxing Commission, starts governing mixed martial arts in Aruba versus these third-party sanctioning bodies that are in place currently. It's very critical for fighters to partake in the appropriate blood testing to ensure the safety of the fighters, to ensure the safety of all the officials involved, and to assure the positive progression of the sport of mixed martial arts in Aruba. There are specific rules that are in place for reasons. Those rules are not to be bent. They're not to be modified. They're not to be strayed from. They're in place for the safety of the fighters and to lead to an exciting mixed martial arts bout. Andres is very diligent about seeing that all those rules are followed. And as I said, it's always my pleasure. We're very critical about who we pick to mentor and train. They have to have the right mindset and the right thought process for progressing the sport of mixed martial arts in place. And Andres has such thought process and mindset. He's a very honest and ethical person, which is critical, as well as have a strong understanding of the sport of mixed martial arts. So, congratulations to Andres for having a successful event here in the United States this past weekend. Again, it was my pleasure to travel with him and spend as much time with him as I did. And I always wish him the best of luck. And we're always here to help him out and Aruba if there are any questions that may come up. It was our goal to see the sport progress correctly in Aruba and for them to be on the mainstream map and be a legitimately recognized country for mixed martial arts. So I thank you very much and have a great day.